knowledge, and this is the second part of your lesson. You follow the lesson. Since the primitive age, man could gradually develop his lifestyle in many ways. We could see how man developed scripts of writing in different parts of the world, in different languages, in Egypt, in Mesopotamia, in the area of Indus Valley civilization, in China. We could see different type of letters they created. Numbers. The early man used sticks, stones, pebbles, etc. for counting. And how the numbers originated. And in the field of invention of numbers, our country, India, had a great contribution. The use of fingers for counting first developed in India. The numbers 1 to 10 also originated in India. Arabs adopted it and passed it to the Western world. The concept of zero and the decimal system were first invented by ancient Indians. The Arabs naturally called these numbers Hindse, which means of India. Thus, the system of numbers used today is based on the ancient Indian system. The Chinese prepared paper by soaking old rags and then making them into pulp. This idea spread from China to the Arab world and then to the West. And how paper was made. Men in earlier times used some natural resources like barks of trees, palm leaves, earthen tablets and reeds for writing. The word paper comes from papyrus, a kind of reed used by the ancient Egyptians for writing. They cut the stalks of the papyrus reeds into thin sheets and pressed the intertwined layers of strips into sheets. Here are some pictures. The process is shown here. With the increase in knowledge, the demand for paper increased. Scientists developed the technique of making paper from wood pulp, and paper industry grew gradually. And paper making from wood pulp, and certainly some forest has been destroyed and deforestation revived from reforestation. For the purpose of making paper, this is the experience of the people, and so papers also has been recycled. The used paper is converted into pulps and then they are used for making new papers. Printing. Before invention of printing press, books were handwritten. Books were limited in number, therefore spread of knowledge was also limited. China was the first country to develop the art of printing. Designs of letters were cut on wood. These were smeared with ink and pressed on paper. This was the art of block printing. Its use was limited. Johannes Gutenberg, who made the first printing press in the year 1450 in Germany, and Gutenberg made many letter types and which were made of lead. And the first book that was printed in his press, it was the Bible. Gradually new and large machines were developed to print quickly. and at a lower cost. And this is the process how in modern times paper the is being made. Today we rely so much on printed materials. They have become an essential part of our lives. Braille script. Louis Braille, a blind French boy, developed a special kind of writing so that the blind people of the world could read and be enlightened with knowledge. The script of such writing is known as Braille script. The raised dots on the paper represent the letters. The dots form words and also full sentences. Blind people fill these raised dots with their fingers and read the words of the script. Today, blind people compete with normal people in many fields of education with the help of materials printed in Braille script. The use of audio tapes on which books have been recorded is a boon to the visually disabled people. Literacy is the key to a nation's progress. Higher the rate of literacy, higher becomes the nation advanced. In India, many people are still illiterate. What are the reasons of such low literacy? Poverty, social backwardness, negligence of the government, or lack of initiative of the community to eradicate illiteracy. You should think. The government, after 40 years of independence, has taken up measures to promote education through compulsory and free primary education, adult literacy programs, and campaigns such as Each One Teach One. Future of our nation depends on the best efforts from your part, students, to remove poverty from the country, to eradicate illiteracy completely, and to become the best in knowledge, skill, and devotion so that you can make your country great. Thank you. Stay safe